Brandon with Bad Boy Implements. Today I'm at Tractor Bob's in Oklahoma City, and I'm gonna go over a few of our pointers and our features of our rotary cutters. One is we use 10 gauge steel, fully welded, no stitch welding. We have quick hitch compatibility. We have a 4, 5, 6, and 7 foot cutter, all quick hitch compatible. We have the hinge system here to keep it in contact with the ground on uneven terrain. Debris shedding, water shedding deck. Single pin rear tail wheel. No tools to lose, no bolts, no nuts to lose when you're in the field. You need to make an adjustment. Just simply pull the pin, make your adjustment, you're good to go. High quality gearboxes, heavy duty quality gearboxes. 4 foot has a 40 horsepower gearbox, 5 foot a 50, 6 foot a 75, 7 foot an 85 horsepower gearbox. Chains on the front come standard on all of our rotary cutters. You got the chains on the front here, 3-piece chain guard. Replaceable skids, full length replaceable skids on our 6 and 7 foot rotary cutters. Manual holder, the drive shaft cradle located right here, keeps your drive shaft up out of the mud and out of the water when not in use. We also have the rear bumpers on the back corners of our rotary cutters. This helps protect and strengthen the rear corners of the cutter when backing into places you're cutting. 1/2-inch lift points. 1/2-inch solid steel lift points here.
Brandon, how you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to be here.
Hey, there's a lot of cutters on the market today. What makes Bad Boy stand out?
Well, Neil, one thing that we do is, as you notice, we use high quality steel. This is 10 gauge steel. It's no joke. You know, it's not 12, not 14. This is 10 gauge steel on all of our cutters. Even our 4 foot cutter, we don't skimp. It's 10 gauge steel. Some of the other things we do is we run a 3/8 solid steel gearbox plate. Again, fully welded. If you notice the welds right here, fully welded gearbox plate, no stitch welding. This is the backbone of your cutter. We got a solid steel round stump jumper with weep holes, so any water that was to get in would drain out, keeps from rusting. Another thing we do is we add 1/4-inch steel bracing in the corners here and there, and then on the front, these are 1/4-inch steel braces here. What that does, extra strength. Again, you hit something, you hit a rock when you're out in the field, this gives you extra strength when you're backing in somewhere. A lot of people we talk to, this cracked. So what we do is we took care of it at the front. There's no need in repairing it when we can fix it to start with.
I noticed these notches in the Bad Boy. What is this?
It fits on there before it's jigged, before it's welded up. Everything fits in place. That makes sure that not only does it add strength, but it makes every cutter that leaves our facility consistent.
So Brandon, why do they put solid plates on their cutter?
Well, the solid plate right here is a safety. It's a safety thing that we do. We do have optional rear chain guards for the cutter. Another thing is our chain guards. We add chain guards as standard equipment, front chain guards as standard equipment on our cutters. One thing we do different is our cable is located tucked in behind our chain guard. That keeps any debris, sticks, rocks from getting in there, busting the cable. You're out in the field, your chain guard comes off, you're out the chain guard. So we tuck ours in behind, and that way it keeps the debris from busting your chain guard.
And looking at other cutters, I notice these plates right here. What are those plates for?
Those plates is something we came out with when you was talking about looking at other cutters. We got to noticing this piece right here folds and bends on a lot of other brands. We wanted to eliminate that again from the start. So this is an Armortech rear bumper system that we use, and it keeps this from getting folded and keeps it from bending under. And it helps add strength as you're backing into places.
Well, and I notice on Bad Boy versus other cutters, y'all have this plate right here.
Running this out here adds strength to this, keeps it from warping and bending, and it also diverts water off of the deck.
Bad Boy, we have dual wheels on the 7 foot cutter. Why did Bad Boy put dual wheels on that cutter?
The dual wheels are to keep it from scalping. It's such a large cutter that you get on uneven grade, they'll scalp the ground. What the dual wheels does, it keeps that from scalping. It evens out the cutter to keep it from scalping the ground.
Does it do anything with vibration? Does it help with the vibration?
Yes, it helps keep the vibration down. You have two points that's hitting the ground that's in contact, and it keeps the vibration of the unit down versus one tail wheel.
Brandon, I want to thank you for coming out today and explaining your
Well, I
cutter.
appreciate it. Glad to be here.